Hello there, Mrs. Ehlke here. Today I am drawing with
Ian.
Ian. How old are you, Ian?
10.
10 years old, almost 11. This guy is sitting up there. Let me tell you. Today we are doing some food art, and this of course is inspired by a book that I just wrote and illustrated called Let Us Talk About Food. In this book, I have all kinds of fun illustrations of kids playing with their food. For example, Ian's even in here somewhere too. Here's Aaron with an orange as a smile. This girl here has got orange ears and so on. So there's all kinds of fun illustrations of kids playing with their food. And if you notice, the food is in English and Spanish. So I've got the food words and the base words in different colors so you can see them in English and Spanish as well. So it's super fun. If you would like to get this book, it is on Amazon. I will put the link down below in the description so you know where to find it. It's super fun. Take a look and enjoy. Also makes a great gift. All right, today our food drawing is
Taco.
a taco. Let us talk about food with a taco. Yes, Ian and I decided to do a taco picture. We used marker and colored pencils for ours. You could draw yours with a pencil and color it with whatever you have around. It'd be awesome. All right, hopefully you guys enjoy this tutorial. Have a great time, and we can't wait to see how your tacos turn out. All right, take care and have a good one.
Bye.
For our taco drawing today, we are going to start with a straight line at the bottom of our paper. A horizontal line that goes sideways. Then we're gonna make a rainbow line that comes up like that. Good. Then I'm gonna start making kind of a bumpy line for some meat. And then I'll do some cheese kind of sticking out like that. And some lettuce along the top. Like that. Then I'm going to make a little bit of a diagonal line on the bottom left here that goes up at an angle. And then I'm going to add another curved line that goes up, but it's going to actually run into my first curved line, or maybe it'll just run into the lettuce since the lettuce is popping up. And that gives our taco a little bit of a dimension. Yeah, so maybe just have it like run into your lettuce right about there. Perfect. And then we'll add a little bit more of meat kind of hanging out in there. A little bit more, maybe chunks of tomato, some cheese, a little bit more lettuce lines to show that our taco is nice and full. And then if you want to, you can do some little marks along the outside just because the tortillas usually have little lines on them. And then we're gonna add some color. Now the nice thing about tacos is they're very colorful, so you can get maybe a shade of green for your lettuce and start with that. Get some really bright, colorful lettuce going on here. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm coloring nice and dark so that I get nice rich colors. If you wanna get fancy, you can use a couple different shades of green. So maybe I'm gonna have some really bright green first, but then I could go in with like a little bit of a darker shade to darken some of the lower sections of the lettuce. It's up to you. I'm using Arteza colored pencils. They have a really nice quality to them, so they give really nice rich color. But any kinds of colors that you have around would work. You could even do this with markers. if you wanted, or crayons or paint. So I've added some of that excitement for the lettuce. Next I'm gonna do the tomatoes and the cheese. So I'll use maybe an orangish color for some cheese and some of those this is supposed to look kind of like shredded cheese. So I just kind of threw some orange in there for shredded cheese.
All my yellows are dull.
There you go. You want to use this one? And then I also want to do some tomato type colors in here. So I'll get a nice bright red. And we'll do that for tomatoes. I'm going to reach across and steal a red. Excuse my reach, sir. So that it looks like we've got some tomatoes going on in here. I mean, if you like beans on your tacos, or if you like sour cream, you can add any of those types of things for some extra color. Salsa, there's lots of really fun colors that you could use. There's a red if you want a red. And then of course we have the meat of the taco, which usually, well, it could be a bunch of different kinds of meats, I guess, depending on the kind of taco. We usually have ground beef. So I'm gonna color the beef brown to the side of the taco here. And then of course we have the taco shell. So I'll add that in there as well. Here's brown for the meat if you want a brown. I did miss a little bit of lettuce up here. I want to make sure I get all of that colored in. All right, so the taco shell, it depends on if it's a flour shell or a corn tortilla. That could actually be really similar to the cheese color. You kind of go with like an orangish color. And I like to maybe make it a little bit darker on the bottom. Maybe I'll even blend a couple colors, and then maybe lighter as it gets up towards the top. So we'll add some of that here as the taco shell. I think this is a little bit orange, so I think I'm gonna go in on top of this with some yellow to make it so it's not quite so orange. And I am gonna push a little bit harder on the back of the other side of the shell here so that looks like it's in the background.
Is this good?
Try it out, I don't know, see what you think. I think I'm gonna try like a golden yellow here and see what that looks like. Mixed with my orange for my shell.
It kind of looks like a shell.
Looks like a taco shell to you? Yeah, I think that could be a good color to use. So I'm just gonna throw in some color here. It's kind of a yellowish orange. And if you want to get really fancy, some of the tortillas have kind of like the brown spots from where the tortilla hits like the pan that it's cooking in. So you could even get a little fancy and have some of these little spots that we add with marker and maybe make them a little bit browner to show some of those areas. But that is completely up to you. We just want to have some fun here. Should we add a little shadow for our taco, Ian?
I don't know.
He says he's not so sure about that. I think I might add just a little bit of like a gray shadow for my taco to make it look like it's sitting on the paper here. And so that's just kind of a real light indication that, hey, there's a taco sitting on the paper. And I push dark right next to the taco, and then I'm just kind of gradually getting lighter as I get farther away. All right, it's definitely a believable taco. I'm liking it. We hope you've enjoyed drawing and coloring a taco with us. If you are liking our page, what should we do, Ian?
Like and subscribe.
Our videos and our channel, and then you will get notified whenever we add new drawing tutorials to our channel, Ehlke Art. All right, thanks guys for watching and have a good one.